Hello, it's your boy Matty F. Babe, and we're back here to talk about our Tempest Cup Tournament. Well, to show you how we did. So yeah, I'm sure you're excited to see that. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So my first opponent, I'm gonna call him Negan, like from The Walking Dead. He was out raiding Rayquazas early that morning. Rayquaza raid weekend. It's Saturday when our tournament's going on. Anyways, he had never heard of the tournament, decides to come, just throws together a team. So we see the Raichu, we see a Graveler we might have to worry about. There's something like a Noctowl, so yeah, don't knock his team. He's not into PvP really, and he just heard about it like 2 hours before and decided to come help us out. And we only had 8 people, so we really needed him to be there. So thank you so much, Negan, for being there. Anyways, so we start out with our Lantern, not a good call. We're gonna go ahead and switch in to the Skarmory, just hoping that it'll take a decent damage. We know we have the Altaria we could have switched into as well, but I didn't want to sit there and use up all my Lantern in case I needed it for the Steelix that still could be out on the board. So we decided to switch into Skarmory, see what we can do. We're going to shield the first Stone Edge that he throws our way, and then get a Sky Attack off. He's going to block that one. And he wants to get him another Stone Edge off. He's over there mud shotting us away, hitting us with some mud. We're like, no, we don't want no muds. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take this Stone Edge and finish him off with some fast moves and save the Sky Attack for whatever else may be out there to come. So he's bringing in a Pokemon. It is going to be that guy Steelix, and we're like, alright, let's switch back into the Lantern and hope that we can catch him with the Hydro Pump. And we go ahead and get to that Hydro Pump, as you can see, and we're like, pumping away, and it's going to go ahead and let that go through. So that's really big for us, really good for us. And yeah, he's like, oh my goodness. And yeah, I'm like, oh Lord, yeah, that definitely is probably a big turning point in this game. We go ahead and get a Thunderbolt off because we're just trying to get him to at least use a shield, and maybe we can get him down, you know, because we're not going to get him with our fast moves. You can like, I switched my Lantern to Charge Beam, and it makes it really good against a lot of, like a majority of the meta in my opinion, except for Steelix. Steelix is like the main issue where it's like, oh yeah, there's like Steelix and the Mud Boys where it's like, oh, you're not as good against them. But yeah, anyways, we go ahead and get the Steelix down, and next is going to be the Noctowl, which of course is going to be easy pickings for the Lantern. So we go ahead and get that off, and yeah, I liked having Charge Beam on my Lantern. I was worried about Steelix's, and I did like always face a Steelix every game, so maybe I should have kept it a water gun, but I like getting those Thunderbolts quicker. I think it's pretty helpful, and getting the Hydro Pump quicker helped us get to that Steelix and get that Hydro Pump on it. So we lead with the Tropius our next match, thinking maybe he'll go Graveler again, because that was actually a pretty good lead for him. He brings out the Flygon, which I don't have much experience on Tropius versus Flygon. I didn't face much Flygons in my training, but we're doing some damage on it. He switches to the Graveler, which instantly he's like, oh no, because he sees how bad it's getting wrecked. Like I said, he doesn't really PvP too much, and he just heard about it like hours before, barely got a team set up. So he brings in the Alolan Raichu after we take the Graveler down. We're going to go ahead and just go for a Leaf Blade and see if he shields, see if we can get some damage. He lets that go through, which is probably a bad call. Probably want to shield that because the Flygon is just going to get wrecked by the Razor Leaf anyways when it comes back in. So it would be a good idea to keep the Alolan Raichu, and it probably was a good idea to switch, but probably into the Alolan Raichu, you know, not the Graveler. But you know, like I said, he's just there helping us out and just trying to have fun. I think he did enjoy himself. I think he did. So thank you so much for that help. I really appreciate it. Next we have Mario LB, who I played in the first round of the last tournament. So he has a Steelix, a Skarmory, a Celio, Altaria, a Razor Leaf user, and Abomasnow, and then a Lantern as well. So we're like looking like for a lead. We're like, we got Celio, you can Altaria, or Lantern lead. So we're thinking Celio lead. So boom, he goes Celio lead. I bring out the Lantern lead, which I like having my Charge Beam for this matchup in a lead scenario. Helps us get to those Thunderbolts quicker, and it does some good damage on the Celio. Anyways, he's gonna go ahead and body slam us. He's gonna, like Battle Hero says, it's WrestleMania 2K19 in here, 2019. Anyways, we let that hit us. We're like, whatever, it's just a body slam. We're gonna go hit him with the Thunderbolt, and he's like, oh no, that hurt. I'm like, yeah, that'll do it. We decide to tank this one again. You know, we're not worried about the body slam. We're gonna go try to Charge Beam the Celio down, and next he's going to bring in, you know, like my worst nightmare, because I brought in Lantern, Altaria, and Skarmory. So I'm sitting here like, please let me Hydro Pump you, and this is where I think I made some big mistakes. I think I should have done the Thunderbolt here this first time, and he probably would have shielded it like that, and then go ahead, I would have blocked here again. I think I should have done that, and then I think this next time, you know, I'd have a little extra energy from not using the Hydro Pump. I think this next time I think I should have done the Hydro Pump again, which I'm going to shield to even get there. But yeah, I think this next time I should have done the Hydro Pump again, but hope that he thinks it's another Thunderbolt and lets that go through. So I think I made a mistake, but everybody makes mistakes, and I think that he makes one as well that actually saves me. So I think that I made a pretty crucial mistake, because I had Altaria and Skarmory who was still going to wall both them off really well. I decided to bring in the Altaria. I think the Dragon Breath is going to do more. I think the combination of the Dragon Breath with the Sky Attacks, this is where the mistake is. He uses Earthquake. I think if he crunches there, he wins this game. I think it makes the difference, because I barely beat him. I barely do beat him, but actually lose the very end of the footage because my phone ran out of room. I had to go and delete a bunch of footage or stuff off my phone right after. But anyways, we Sky Attack. We're just trying to Dragon Breath as much as we can. He'd use that one Earthquake, used up, you know, all that energy. It's resisted hardcore by Altaria, resisted hardcore. So I really think if he crunches there, I'm not going to have that Altaria. I think that Steelix is going to definitely survive the Altaria, and I think I'm going to lose this first match. And you know, who knows what would happen after that. But I made a mistake, I think, with Lantern, the way I played that out. Also with my team comp, not having a better, I should have brought in Quagsire with my team comp, knowing that he had that. That's where it cuts out, sorry. But anyways, we do barely end up beating him, but I think I should have, my mistakes for my team comp there, I think I should have brought in the Quag instead of Altaria or Skarmory. I think it was a good call bringing the Lantern. Let me know who you think I should have brought in, or taken out for the Quagsire, if it was the Altaria or the Skarmory. Anyways, he starts with Abomasnow, and we're gonna go ahead and switch into our Skarmory, and he says that he's like, oh man, like as he's dying right here, he's like, oh man, I should have switched. He's like, I should have said, like, yeah, you probably should have. And he was saying that like before Abomasnow's dead, and it's kind of too late at that point. And so like, yeah, it's just, you gotta switch sometimes and make that switch, because you would have switched to Lantern like initially, maybe this match goes a little differently. But we're gonna go ahead and just Sky Attack into the Lantern. We're still stuck in here. We do want to at least try to get some shields down on the Lantern. He also has a Charge Beam Lantern. We want to try to get some shields down on the Lantern, or just little bits of chip damage. So he's, after he shields the first one, lets the second one go through, he's like, oh man, I should have let that go through. I'm like, yeah, you probably should have let the first one go through, because you know, he's saying it didn't do very much damage, like, and so yeah, that's why it's, you know, important to try to fill out some matchups a little, maybe a couple days beforehand, try a few key matchups, and just kind of see what you really can let go through. I think that's really important to know what moves you don't have to shield can really save you. So anyways, we bring in the Quagsire on his Lantern, and he's going to go ahead and switch into the Steelix, and after he sees that Earthquake go through, he's like, oh no, you know, that's a bad switch. I'm like, hey, it could be, you know, unless you somehow get me down, but, you know, it's going to end up being a bad switch, because I got all the energy still. So right here I get the Earthquake off, and it's going to go ahead and just wax the Steelix. You know, it's not looking good. So he really should have just probably stayed in with the Lantern. Either way is probably going to end up going my way at that point, but we go ahead and just finish off with the Earthquake, and go ahead and take that round with Mario LB. So GG Mario for realsies. Alright, next we got Shooter's team. He's got Charizard, which I knew he'd have. That's his favorite Pokemon. Shout out Shooter. We also have Steelix, Whiscash, Alolan Raichu, and then Altaria and Lapras. So I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, I haven't really played Whiscash much in this. I've tried out Alolan Raichu, but I haven't played against it very much. I'm thinking the leads the Alolan Raichu. I'm like, man, what do I do in that scenario? I'm like, I feel like I gotta bring out the Quag. I know, it's like, you know, I'm gonna lead with the Quag, which I haven't really heard anybody say don't ever lead with Quag, but you know, it's, you know, usually the strategy is to kind of break through somebody's shields and then have Quag in the back to just sit there and nuke everybody. But I'm like thinking this is like really my best option if he leaves with Alolan Raichu. So anyways, we let that first one go through. We go get a Stone Edge off, hoping that he shields, you know. or just lets it go through, you know, kind of hoping he shields, because we'd like to get an earthquake off on him, or, you know, anyways, we'd like to break some shields on him while we don't shield. I mean, break some of his shields while we save some of our shields. Anyways, right here I think I make a mistake, because I didn't see exactly how low he was, and I really think maybe a Stone Edge could have finished off the Lone Raichu, so I think I wasted a little bit of energy there. So he brings in the Lapras, and I'm going to go ahead and almost have a Stone Edge ready. We go ahead and pop that, and he's now out of shields, and he says to himself, or he says to us, he's like, oh man, he says like something like, that's not good. And so he go ahead and gets the Surf off on us. We're going to go and shield that, because we are almost at our Stone Edge. We get to our Stone Edge, and he says, oh no, Lapras is gone. Like, he's probably going to survive a little bit. He does survive a little bit. So we do a huge chunk of damage to him though. So you can see Quagsire really starts off, kills the Lone Raichu, and almost wipes the Lapras and gets, you know, all the shields gone. So we switch in to our Tropius. It's going to take a pretty hefty bit of damage for how long he's in. Right here we both kind of get a little greedy. We both should have I probably should have got the Leaf Blade off, and because he had like a Dragon Claw ready that would have wiped me, I would believe. I think it would have wiped me at that point. But anyways, I get off to the Aerial Ace, and he's like, oh man, I should have, like, you know, got that off. You know, so we both got a little greedy there. Luckily for me, it worked out in my favor. Unfortunately for Shooter, it didn't work out in his favor. Also right here, I think he goes into the Fire Blast before the Pokemon comes out. And maybe if he hadn't done that, he probably would have had enough energy, right, for 2 Dragon Claws, maybe almost 3. I don't know. But 2 Dragon Claws, and I'm almost dead, if not. I know it doesn't completely wreck an Altaria. I think I'm almost dead. I know it's on like 2 more Dragon Breaths. But anyways, we bring out a Lancer, and he brings out the Whiscash. And I didn't realize that it was shooting Water Gun off of me. Or else I probably might have stayed in, but maybe shouldn't have. Anyways, I switch into the Altaria because I still had the Mud Bombs to deal with. But anyways, I switch into the Altaria. I take that first one thinking, you know, it should be a Mud Bomb for how fast it came out. I thought he had the Mud Shot fast move, so I thought it was going to be even quicker energy gain. Right here, though, I'm thinking, oh man, I feel like it's been a little while. I do not want to hit with a Blizzard. So instead of letting another Mud Bomb go through, you know, I just go ahead and shield there because I do not want to get wiped by a Blizzard because I wasn't, you know, sure if he had enough energy for the Blizzard there. So right there, I shield and then get the Sky Attack off, and he's going to go ahead and not shield that and let the Whiscash go down. Next, he's going to bring in the Charizard. You know, I'm sitting here like, oh, we got the Dragon Claw coming. Got to be wary of that. I go ahead and decide to shield and hopefully get this Charizard almost down, so which is going to be pretty much the case, depending on whether he shields. I think he does shield here. We shall see. Yeah, he does shield here, keeps the Charizard up, and then is going to bust off another Dragon Claw and get our Altaria down. So, Dragon Claw. Anyways, so next we're going to bring in our Lantern, get some Charge Beams off, and try to get some more energy up. We already had almost enough for Thunderbolt since we led with him, and got a couple hits off before switching. And then and so he brings in the Altaria, and we're like, let's pop this Thunderbolt now. Let's go ahead and pop that then. So we pop that Thunderbolt. It's going to do a pretty decent amount of damage. We almost have enough for another one, which we get up there. Pop that thing again. It's going to do some pretty decent damage. We're going to lag both of us for a second, but we both restart at the same time. And he's going to go ahead and Sky Attack us, and we're trying to get another Thunderbolt off, and we do not. I think I was clicking at it. It might not have been my turn to use a Charge Attack, but either way, we're coming with a Quagsire and finish that off.
I got you.
He also did a video before this talking about which ones were the cheapest ones to do that on.
I did, true. Like, there's a couple Pokemon that, like, Altaria's 10,000 for an extra move. Yeah, Altaria's 10,000, Charizard.
What happened? I can't.
think that was it.
I lost.
Yeah, like the starters.
Good fight.
I heard the starters have.
Yeah, the starters.
Good fight.
Thank you. Alright, time to get nervous about next month's cup.
Was that it? Is that everyone?
That's it.
Congratulations to Maddie again.
Hey.
Sorry. Thank you.
It's all good.
Appreciate it.
Alright. As always, thank you for coming, everybody.
Thank you, Shooter.
Real quick, I'm going to get a quick snap of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, what? Really?
He said quick, man. He didn't.
It's fine. It works. I did something a little different this time. I want to get you all a little something. So.
Wait.
First place is Maddie.
This is ball.
Bam! Second place is Mario. Swoosh! Yeah, man.
Great
Yeah,
ball.
dude.
Thank you, shooter.
Yeah, man.
Soccer. And you left the tag on for the
Oh, sorry.
What's in the goodie box?
Oh man, I've never seen one of these things. I just saw it say trading card game on top.
Oh, you better get some Pokemon cards, bro.
Well,
That Tropius was no joke.
It's got a coin in there too.
it's got Teton. Thank you, Stuart.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so we ended up winning the tournament. So we won all 3 of our tournaments. We're not in the most competitive scene for PvP, but it is hopefully going to keep growing and growing and growing. Thank you so much to everybody that came out, especially those that aren't as big into it and really more did it to help us out. Thank you so much for doing that. So we had enough to get like at least 3 rounds in. Mario ended up coming in 2nd place. Shooter got us those amazing prizes, which I should go grab. Shooter got us this awesome little Great Ball tin with 3 packs of Pokemon card. I know, the legendary, no it's not legendary, but I pulled a Cosmog. I like Cosmog. I liked a lot of the cute cards, the cute common cards, more than my rare pulls. I only got like 1 actual holo, but it was so Galio. I don't ever do this, come on. It was Solgaleo. Yeah, it was Solgaleo, and I like Solgaleo, and I really like Cosmog a lot. But yeah, thank you for the prizes, and you got a Great Ball plushie, Great League, Great Ball, and thank you everybody for playing that prank on me at the start, knowing that I'd probably like have some sort of mental breakdown about it. Thank you for that. It definitely worked. It also had this Tyranitar pin in the Great Ball. But yeah, they played a prank on me because it was supposed to be at 2:30 and I got there at 3:30 because everything had said 2:30 until like I got there the night before onto the Sylph Road to check some stuff and change my team and stuff, and then it said 3:30 there, so I just assumed that they changed it because before that it was like supposed to be on Sunday and it got changed like Saturday, probably because of St. Patrick's Day, but so I thought they just changed the time, made it a little later, so yeah, so I thought it was supposed to be 3:30, so they all pranked me saying that they had done it, but they made it like super confusing, and yeah, so yeah, I didn't have a mental breakdown, but yeah, it was all fun and games, and yeah, stuff happens, it's just funny. it was a good prank. it was very funny. No, but yeah, seriously, thank you guys for being so cool, and thank you Shooter for doing everything for us all the time. Hope that you feel super appreciated, like for real. I hope you do. Thank you, buddy. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this Tempest Cup action. We're gonna be talking about the next cup like ASAP, like in a few hours, probably as you're watching this. So subscribe if you're new and tell your friend about me too. Peace out.